right, everybody. Welcome to the Naga Sake Movie Review Podcast. I'm your host, Naga Sake.
And I am the co-host.
Do you want me to say your name or not?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Emma.
Awesome.
Also known as Taurus the Wolf King? Or is it just Taurus the King?
It's both.
Okay.
I've been doxxed.
We just saw Turning Red 2022. And we were gonna watch American Psycho as well, I think, and we were gonna try to make thematic connections.
We were.
But we don't have enough time for that.
We don't. We can do that next time.
So I gotta say, if you allow me to make my point here.
Go ahead.
Turning Red 2022 has the Steven Universe problem where a lot of people hate on it because lib, and a lot of people love it because minority of some kind. And it's really divisive, and then I watch it, and then it's very meh. You know what I mean? It's like, it's whatever. I'd say it's a pretty average movie. Like, it looks very good, but it's Pixar. What do you expect? Of course it's gonna look good. Panda May is fucking adorable. Regular May is also fucking adorable. Her grandma is fucking hot as shit whenever she's in her panda form. It's Turning Red 2022. I do have some points to make. One, I think I think we should have had a movie about her ancestor, because that sounds way cooler. Like, fighting off, like, invaders and shit to protect your family as a giant panda. I think she should have kicked Tyler's ass. I don't understand why they suddenly like him at the end. Like, because he likes the same band as them when he was a dick to them for a very long time.
They also could have just made him racist.
Yeah, because he says some stuff.
Yeah, instead of just dancing around it and being like, oh, you're a freak, you got a weird temple, just make him racist.
And I'm not saying we enjoy racist stuff.
No.
I'm not saying that we do.
Don't choose
no,
your
but
words wisely.
it's like Frollo, right? Like,
yes.
You like the Hunchback.
I like the Hunchback
and
of Notre Dame.
he's straight up racist, but he's a villain. It's okay to have your villains be bad people.
Yeah.
But that also goes hand in hand with them not suddenly liking him at the end. Like, they could have seen him and then fucking mocked him for being a hypocrite, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I think that, what was her name, Priya? The Indian girl? I want to say she's Indian now. I might be wrong. She needed more of a personality. I feel like the other girls had more of a personality. I don't remember their names.
Abby was the little one.
Yeah, she had the clearest personality of all of them. She was a fucking gremlin.
Adam, I believe you said Adam. She belonged in the
She was an Addams Family character. Yes, she was an Addams Family character. When May was like, "Oh, punch me," and she shows her arm, she punches her right in the face. The expression, the action, that's an Addams Family character.
Yeah.
She's like a male version of Pugsley. Mm-hmm. And then the white one was like kind of the voice for that group. Like, she was the one who like did the talking most of the time, I feel like. And then, but yeah, I feel like Priya should have... I want to say her name's Priya.
It's Priya.
She should have had more of a personality. She feel like she was just sitting there. But then again, should I do the cultural thing first, or my own personal rambling first about my life?
Oh, do the cultural thing first, because
Okay.
that's a conversation.
So, American movie studios cannot seem to make movies about Chinese culture without spitting in the face of Chinese culture. It's something you see in Kung Fu Panda 2000s. Kung Fu Panda 2006.
Was that 2006?
I don't know. I just like saying the movie.
I thought it was 2009.
I just like saying the name of the movie. Hold on. So I got Kung Fu Panda. My dad knew this dude who pirated movies when I was little, and I got Kung Fu Panda while it was still out in theaters, and we watched it in my school. That was my first grade. So I was born in 2002. Mm-hmm. So in first grade, that would be 2007. So Kung Fu Panda 2007.
Okay.
But it's a similar thing here, where like, if this story sold itself on this idea of being like like a Chinese culture thing, right? But it really just takes the aesthetics and then ignores the culture, right? If this was really a movie that cared about Chinese culture, then the lesson May would have learned is that she does need to keep her panda side in and to be what society and what her family needs of her. Because that's a big thing in Chinese culture, is this idea of understanding your place in society and being what you need to be.
Yeah.
But it very much gave the American or Canadian moral of, like, be yourself, girl, which, like, I agree with. I don't very much, I'm gonna sound a little bit edgy here, I don't particularly like the morals that would have been taught if this was a proper, like, Chinese culture thing of, like,
Yeah,
keep
well,
yourself.
I understand
You
that.
say ancient, even in the modern world,
Well,
they still
yeah,
have those
even-
ideas.
yeah.
My thing is that the movie shouldn't have pretended it was gonna be something it wasn't. This is very much the liberal identity politics selling of the movie, when, and again, and I go back to the Steven Universe problem, right? Where creators often ruin their own stories, because this in a vacuum is fine. I feel like I've seen this story before, because there's a lot of stories that
Where
are like,
have you seen this
be
before?
yourself, girl. Not specifically the panda thing,
Well,
but the
yeah.
whole, like, be yourself, girl.
Okay.
The movie itself it's all right. It's all right.
It's pretty cool.
It's another Pixar movie.
That's nice.
It's there's nothing groundbreaking, but it's also not horrible. I like that they didn't skirt around certain ideas, at least. They mentioned strippers.
Yeah.
And her mom was very honest about the period stuff. And, like, people were freaking out about that. I think that's kind of dumb. Like, that's life. Pixar hasn't always been kiddie shit. Like,
They have, like, this new thing now that came out a few years ago before COVID, where it was, like, Pixar shorts, and in one of the shorts, there's, like, a pink little yarn ball, and it's supposed to be about, women in the workplace. I know, that sounds really weird, but she's like, I say we take it to corporate, and we tell HR to kiss our ass, or something like that. Like, that's the
I've
actual
never had
line.
swearing in Pixar movies before. I want to say that, like, it might just be because it was mature thematically. Ratatouille have swearing in it at some point?
Yes, it did.
I feel like the little guy.
Yeah, he says, welcome to hell.
Okay, yeah.
I remember that because we played that movie in my school, and
Oop, I dropped my phone.
God damn it. We played that movie in my school when I was like 6 years old, and that part happened, and the teacher was like, oh, okay. Ooh.
Okay. But yeah, I think Pixar needs to branch out more in its age range. And I feel like, because people are freaking out over that, as if, like, fucking watch Beetlejuice, bro. Watch the old Batman movies. Watch Ghostbusters. PG, I don't know what this is rated.
It's rated PG.
It's just, people don't remember back when PG used to mean something, is the problem.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because now we have shit like PG-13, which came out when the second Indiana... I know all about this shit.
Okay.
I had to do a project on this.
I love you.
When the second Indiana Jones movie came out, they were like, it's not PG, but it's not R. So they were like... Steven Spielberg was like, what if... Hear me out, guys.
What if we made a new rating system? This is what... I'm Steven Spielberg.
I'm Steven Spielberg. I've created this with my mind. I'm serious. That's
I
what
made
happened.
the Muppet Babies.
I made the Muppet.
Did he make them? I'm pretty sure Steven Spielberg... Hold this.
Oh,
Say
God.
the piece. I'm looking up Steven Spielberg Muppet Babies.
Okay, but basically that opened the door to a lot of things. And while it's been good in some areas, it's been real shit in other areas because you can't have anything naughty. PG has basically become the new version of G. PG-13 has become PG. You can get a PG-13 rating for just a few swears. I can hear those same swears in fucking Goonies from 1980s, which was rated PG, which was rated fucking PG. Like, I mean, I don't get it.
And the thing,
Hold on. Sorry. Even, like, PG movies from Pixar, like, The Incredibles had some themes with, like, you could argue if you look into it, like...
Incredibles is a superhero movie. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but even in the early concept art, they were allowing, like, stuff like themes of adultery and, like, more adult shit happening. So I would even argue, like, with stuff like Ratatouille, WALL-E, Incredibles, Pixar has been known to talk about some deeper adult or emotional topics. This isn't out of the ballpark for them. I really just think millennial moms are upset because they're Christians.
Separate from Turning Red 2022, I feel like Pixar should allow itself to be a range of things. Like, I have nothing wrong with kids movies. I have nothing wrong with Inside Out. I do. I don't like Inside Out. Whatever.
Oh,
I have nothing wrong with like Monsters Inc. Right? But I feel like if they can make, I thought Soul. I haven't watched Soul. I'll be real with you, but I've heard about it. When I first saw Soul, I thought this was gonna be like another thing like Ratatouille. You know what I mean? And they're an animation company. They're not a kids animation company. They're an animation company. They can do whatever. Turning Red 2022 is a kids movie. Whatever. It's more like a tween movie. It is kind of weird though. Sorry. I'm about to start my own personal ramblings related to this movie, so if you want to give the rest of your piece, you go.
At least in relation to what you were talking about with the cultural stuff earlier. Again, we were arguing this like right in the last 5 minutes of the movie. It's more of the Asian American thing, and the thing is with Asian Americans, especially in media, especially when they make stuff like this, it's usually because they're saying, well, yeah, I respect my Asian roots, but I don't believe in that because I've grown up in a different world.
The problem isn't with the movie itself. This is the Steven Universe problem, where things outside of the content...
Well, did they really advertise it as...
I heard everyone freaking out like,
Well, yeah, but that's not necessarily indicative of the rest of the culture within
I don't
it.
have a problem with the movie. I think it's fine. Like,
Yeah, like the movie is fine.
I will... Okay, so here's a criticism. Here's a legit criticism of the storytelling here. So, when they first mentioned that you could sing from the heart, I knew the Four Town shit was going to come up, right?
Oh, Lord.
I figured. But they never show her friends finding out that they need to sing from the heart, and they never show anyone explaining that to Four Town. They just suddenly start singing. So when her friends just randomly run over to them, I'm like, these horny fucking bastards, your friend is fighting a giant monster. And then when they started singing, it's like, why, though? Like, they're missing a scene.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Where she likes explain it, or even her just being like, guys, you need to get Four Town to sing.
The dude who was doing the ritual could have just said another time, sing from the heart.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that a corporate 2002 factory-produced boy band is ever singing from the heart. No. It should have just been her friends. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah.
All right, I also have my personal ramblings, connections to the movie, but if you want to go first, you can, because you're a lot more optimistic.
You go first, so I can build off.
This movie, it made me so fucking jealous. I wish I had friends that were that supportive constantly of me. I did not have many friends growing up. And if I were writing this movie, her friends would have fucking abandoned her at the moment she needed them most when she used them as a rock. Because she used them as a rock as her emotional support. And so have I. But I've lost those people from my life every single time. And this is not my movie, right? I'm fine with movies like this existing, but I feel like there should be more movies like that where bad things happen to people and they have to cope with it like that, where they use people as their emotional support and then they're just fucking gone. I feel like that story needs to be told at some point.
So basically where they...
Because that's my story, man. May, if we're gonna get to that part, if we're gonna get to that scene, is that what you're about to bring up?
Basically, like the second act and betray.
The second act low point.
Yeah.
May abandoned her friends, honestly, and I think she's a fucking bitch for that. When her mom is like blaming her friends, right? She could have said something. She could have said like that was my idea at the time. I don't think she deserves those friends. They are too fucking good for her. And she goes back and she apologizes later. But she should have done something at the time when it happened, is the thing. And that's not the same as what I'm saying, really. Because that was like a moment of weakness. That wasn't like the people actively abandoning her or anything. Which, again, it doesn't need to happen in this movie. But I feel like May should have said something at the time. I really, really do. Because you still could have had the conflict between her and her mother... either way.
Yeah.
I'm just very jealous of her. That whole movie, I was like hugging you and trying to get your affection and support because I never had a Turning Red 2022 friend group.
You were making noises and like grabbing me, and I was like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Okay, make your point. I've said everything I have to say.
Okay, well, on my perspective, I had a bit more closer to that type of friend group when I was a 13-year-old girl turning red.
When you turned red 2022.
Yeah. And I continue to have a friend group that's a bit closer to that.
And why can't they be my friends?
We're not getting into that conversation. But yeah, so I had a friend group that was a lot like that. That was weird, but that was also supportive.
Nobody has friends that are that good, Emma.
No, not even my friends from back then, because they bullied me and ostracized me.
Well, I also talk about the fact that you have a lot of, you say you related to her a lot. I don't think we would have been friends if we met before we did.
No, we wouldn't have, because honestly, I was a really cringy, really crappy person during that time. Just because I was very cringy, I was very weird, but also I was kind of like May in that
She
moment.
was turning red 2015. She was turning red 2015.
2015, 2016. No, sorry, we have a 2-year age gap. Oops. Wee woo,
please open up. No.
No, damn it. Okay. But yeah, so I felt like, a lot of the cringy stuff.
No, I was 13 in 2015. You were turning red 2018, bro.
When do you think I was born?
2005 or whatever?
2003, buddy. Okay, so yeah, I was able to relate a lot to, like, the puberty stuff and, feeling awkward, and when she rolls under the bed and she's drawing all this smut of the guy at the store, like, I was in that position. The thing is, I didn't let my mom look at my notebooks. I was very protective of that shit.
I hated that moment so much.
I know.
Because that never had any closure. Mm-hmm. They never did it, and that never went anywhere. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should have. Like, that dude should have had some kind of redemption, because now everyone thinks that he fucked a 13-year-old at 17.
Oops. Or they could just think that she's a Karen and...
Oh, they definitely did when she said she lost a customer.
Yeah.
I gotta say, though, when I was turning red 2015, when I was her age, basically, So first off, gotta go backwards a second. I thought I saw leaks of when all of her family were pandas. Mm-hmm. I thought that was her friend group that got turned into pandas when I saw that screenshot.
Oh.
In my head, that's what I thought.
Huh.
Anyway, when I was her age, bro, I lost my virginity at 13. So whenever I hear this girl hasn't even had her period at 13, I'm like...
Yeah, I had to explain...
I'm making a weird face if you can't tell.
I had to explain that the average age girls get their period is 13.
That's not what I'm going on here. What I'm going on here is that I am so much unlike May, it's insane, right? Mm-hmm. As far as, like, personality-wise, like, I never get these stories that are like, oh, I'm just my parents' perfect little girl. I don't want to be like that anymore. It's like, why were you ever like that?
Well,
the fuck?
I think...
Why do you give a shit what they think about you? Like, and when I see these characters, and when I see them, like, what's the word? When I see them, like, what's not conflicted about this kind of thing, I don't feel empathy for them. I've said this before, and I know you're going to hate this because you used to be a Turning Red 2022.
Yeah.
I don't even respect people like that enough to feel bad for them. Stop giving a shit. If you don't like the way your parents are treating you, fucking say something about it. And this isn't inspirational. This is me talking down to you as if you're someone who doesn't know how to wipe their own ass.
Again, I think this comes from the fact that you are, first of all, you are...
Don't make it sexist.
You're a horny, stinky man.
Why did you have to add the man part?
Because that's what you are.
It's not just about the horniness. I was always angry and standing up to my parents when I thought they were treating me like bullshit. All right? Where's the movie for people like that? Where's the movie for people that have always had a fire inside them?
I don't know. You should make it.
Where's a story for me who turned red 2002?
I don't know. So, yeah. I think it's because you have a very intense personality.
I know. We need a story about people with intense personalities. We need a story for people, like...
I know you want a story for you.
I'm not saying this has to be that, by the way. This is my own... I'm just rambling at this point.
Well, at least for me, again, yeah, this was very relatable because I used to be a girl that cared a lot about her parents, and in some stages I still do, at least with college, but I'm slowly avoiding that a lot more and standing up to them because it's like I know that they've done a lot of shit that has had negative impacts on my mental health and on all this other shit, and I've broken free and been able to get into my own person and to be someone else, and I did that around the time that I was starting to get with puberty and to have those types of friends.
Around the time where you turned red, 2017?
2016. I'm not that young.
When you turned red 2022?
I didn't even get my period at 13. I got it at 10.
It's not just about periods. That's the thing is, anybody who's trying to make this a one-to-one allegory about whatever is a fucking idiot. Alright, the panda thing, it is partially a metaphor, but it's also partially she can just turn into a giant panda. When she's letting people take pictures with her as a panda, it's not a sexting thing. It's not a porn thing. Please stop being retarded. Thank you.
I don't even understand why it would be a porn thing. I'm sorry, that's illegal.
Everyone wants to have a problem. Everyone wants to have a problem. So I have genuine criticisms of the movie from like a storytelling perspective and from like a exploiting identity politics perspective, but I'm not actually racist or sexist in the way that a lot of people who are trying to find problems where there are none think there is, right?
Yeah.
The problems I have with the movie do come from like a writing perspective for the most part.
Yeah.
Like the Tyler thing, like the Four Town thing.
And you know why? It's because you and I are based and have big brains, and the Christian moms and 4chan
We're
people
based
are
in turning red pilled.
Yes, exactly. See, and Christian moms and 4chaners don't have the capacity to be that. They're not intelligent.
They haven't. They haven't taken the turning red pill. The turning red pill.
This is gonna be is this gonna be your new thing that you say 50,000 times for a week? Okay. God damn it. All right.
I had something else I wanted to say, but I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, there was a moment when I saw the guys. Then they looked like they were floating, like you didn't see the wiring, and they had wings. When I thought they were turning white, 2022. I thought they were gonna also have a magical transformation thing, but then they didn't.
Because, I mean, it's not too crazy, because, like, they're not calling the police or the government about these weird red panda creatures, but
what are they going to do? It's not illegal to be a red panda.
Well, yeah, but
it's not.
Ooga booga. Ooga booga, gotta make...
No, so I like stories. I like stories that have magical shit going on, and people are surprised about the magical shit, but they aren't like, OMG, I'm going crazy. Mm-hmm. We gotta hide you from the government. Like, no. Like, let's be real here, people. Let's be real here, people. If magic was real, magic people would be subject to the same laws as everyone else, and that would just be life. That's just how the world is at that point. Mm-hmm. Say what you're going to say.
Okay. It's because I said ooga booga, it reminded me of that part when she's turns into the pit, and she runs past the guy at the store, and she's like, "Awooga!"
That's fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
She could have just looked at him longingly. No, who goes awooga?
I do.
You never go awooga at me.
I do. I've typed awooga in favor of you.
Awooga, hamana, poop, poop, awoo. If she was a guy, man, everyone would be so fucking pissed at that shit.
True. But also, like, her... Just all the cringy shit and standing up to her mom, I felt like that was in my heart and soul, and that's because I'm a stereotypical sheltered white lady who's very cringe and possibly autistic, so...
You're not a Chinese lady, though. You can't relate to her. You're not allowed
I can't relate to the Chinese stuff. I can relate to the teenage girl shit.
It's racist if you try to... Are you yellow-facing? Are you trying to...
That's racist.
No, it's like blackface.
No.
Yellowface is a term.
No.
You're allowed to say it.
No.
I'm accusing you of being racist.
No, that's not how this works. Here's the thing. I've reached a different level of intelligence in SJWs. I stay on TikTok.
I was avoiding using the term SJW. Mm-hmm. I was trying not to.
You were trying to dance around it.
And you decided to bring it up. Because I'm an angry leftist now. All right? I've gone from an ANCAP to an angry leftist. So I call people liberals as the biggest insult I can.
Oh, liberals as an insult, man.
Even though the only reason why I'm an angry leftist is because I have a more extreme form of liberal beliefs. But let's not
talk about politics right now. We're talking about turning red 2022.
Turning red, like communism. Turning red 2022.
Is that why? It's about the Chinese people. Did I make it racist now?
Yeah.
Damn it. Fuck. He's balancing Eevee on his fingers. That's pretty cool.
I'm a stuffed Eevee. Do you have anything else to say?
It was pretty good. I really liked the animation, and I don't think the art style of the CalArts was bad. I think it was fitting for that movie.
I think it looked bad in stills. I think if you take a screenshot, it'll look very much like the Steven Universe beam, like the Sans mouth. But in motion, it's fine. I think they're very cute. If anyone wants to buy me a life-size May panda stuffed animal, please do. She's very soft and cute.
Vine boom sound.
Whatever, man. So we mentioned the idea of watching American Psycho and analyzing the thematic parallels. So here's what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. I'm moving next week. Mm-hmm. So when you come over to the new house. I'm moving in exactly a week, so don't come on Sunday. Unless you want to come tomorrow or like the day after or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying you could. We're going to watch American Psycho then.
Okay.
And then we're going to mention the thematic parallels between American Psycho 19... and Turning Red 2022. I'm sure we'll find a lot. Turning Psycho, American Canada. Okay, do you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.